Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today's lesson will be on an important topic of grammar, that is how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech, which is also popularly known as changing the mode of narration. So first we have to know what is direct speech and what is an indirect speech. Let us imagine a situation. Suppose one of your friend, whose name is Rupa, was ill and you had visited her house, and there you said to her, "How are you?" And then she replied, "I am well now." Now you have returned back to your home and you are narrating that incident. You are describing that incident to your mother. You can report or you can describe that incident in two ways. The first way is that you can said, Rupa said to me, "I am well now." And the second one is, Rupa told me that she was well then. The meaning of these two sentences are same. But think one thing, that is, in the first sentence, you are using Rupa's sentence, Rupa's words in a direct manner without changing anything. "I am well now." So this is known as direct narration. And in the second sentence, you are describing the same thing but in your own words. Okay, so that means you are describing the situation, describing the incident in an indirect way, and this is known as indirect narration. Clear? Now let us begin our discussion with some basic thing. Okay, so here look at the sentence, Rupa said to me. This is the first part of the sentence. Then there is the second part, "I am well now." So here Rupa is the speaker, and it is, or who is the speaker is called as narrator. That means who is narrating something, telling something. So Rupa is the narrator. Then you will find a verb, said. This verb is known as reporting verb. In most of the cases, you will find the verb in the past tense. So this verb is known as reporting verb. After that, you may find the listener is also mentioned. That means to whom the sentence is told. This sentence is told to me. So me is here the listener and me is called narrative. Okay, so in the field of narration change, the speaker is called narrator, the listener is called narrative, and this verb is called reporting verb. After that you will find two punctuation marks. First one is comma and second one is called double inverted comma. So you will find it is double in number, okay, 1 and 2, and it is called inverted because it is an upside down comma. That means a comma looks like 9, but in double inverted comma they look like 6. Okay, so they are called inverted. Inverted means reverse, and they are double in number, so they are known as double inverted comma. And the sentence or the word that you will find in the inverted comma, double inverted comma, or the quotation mark is known as speech. Clear? So you have to change that part of the sentence from direct to indirect. Okay, now think about one thing. This sentence may be of various types. The sentence that you will find in the speech may be of various types according to their function. We know that in English there are 5 types of sentences according to their function. The first one is assertive sentence, second one is interrogative, that is question, the third one is imperative, fourth one is optative, and the last one is exclamatory sentence. So in today's lesson, I will only discuss the rules relating to assertive sentence, because for each type of sentence there are different set of rules. So in the today's discussion will be focused only on the assertive sentence. Now look at the changes that has happened while changing this sentence to an indirect narration. First change, you will find that said to has been changed into told. So this is the first work you have to do. Okay, so in this part of the sentence, said to will be changed into told. Your first work. If you find said to, it will be changed into told. And I have told you, in most of the cases you will find it is in the past tense. If it is present tense, suppose here is Rupa says, then you will write tells. Okay. Now remember one thing. If here is only said, that means there is no listener, no narrative. There is only said, Rupa said, and there is comma after that. Then said will remain said. No change need to be done. After that you will find these punctuation marks, these two punctuation marks, okay, have been vanished here, and in that place that has come. So comma and double inverted comma have been changed into that. Clear? Now look at this part of the sentence. Here you will find definitely a subject, then you will find a verb, and in many cases object also. So the first change that you have to be done is of the subject. The second change will be done on the tense of the verb whether necessary. And in the third part, you will have to change certain special words like today, now, here, etc. So there are many rules actually. So today's discussion will be focused only on the change of subject. Okay, that will help you to learn the thing in a better way. So now look at this sentence. Here is the subject is I, that is a pronoun. So if in the double quotation mark there are some pronouns that may be subject or that may not be subject, maybe a object, that has to be changed. Okay, so the first change will be of the pronoun, and today we will learn how to change the pronoun. So here you will find that I has been changed into she. Okay, then you will find the tense of the verb was also changed, and this word now has been changed into then. This is a special word. Okay, so today we shall learn how to change the pronoun. So in the double quotation mark you may find the pronoun in the first person, you may find the pronoun in the second person, you may find the pronoun in the also third person. The pronoun, if it is subject, may be singular or plural. For example, in first person it may be I or we. In the second person, singular and plural both are you, and in the third person it may be he, she, it, or it may be they if it is plural in number. And if it is object, The pronoun is object of the sentence. It can be me or us in the first person. In the second person, it is you. In the third person, it is him, her, or if it is plural, it may be them. So the pronoun may be as the subject, the pronoun may be in the form of object. Apart from that, you may found pronoun in possessive form. Okay, remember we know that there are possessive form of pronoun like my, our, mine, ours. In the second person, your, yours, and the third person, his, her, their, hers, theirs. Okay, so we can find the pronoun in different person and in different form. Clear? Now look at another thing, that is, if we find any first person pronoun, that means that may be I or you. First person pronoun, that is I or we. Sorry, I have said you, it is not you, we. We have to remember that I and we in the double quotation mark means that is actually the narrator. That means the speaker. Okay. If it is second person, that means you. It is the narratee. Okay. So what is the rule now? The rule is if in the double quotation mark there is any first person, it is actually the narrator, and the pronoun has to be changed according to the person of the narrator. That means, let us discuss with an example. He said, I went to school. So in the double inverted comma we have found the pronoun I. So I means narrator. Who is the narrator? He. So he is third person. So when we shall change the narration, what are our tasks? The first part is he said. I have told you that if it is only said will remain unchanged. After that, this punctuation mark will be turned into that. So he said that. After that, the pronoun which is in the first person will be changed into the third person, because here I means he. So we will write he in the place of I. After that, you will find that there is no pronoun. So there are no work to be done on pronoun. Okay. Then we have to change the verb and other thing. But let them apart now. We are focusing now only on the change of pronoun. Okay. Then another example. I said to her, you are very lucky. I said to her, you are very lucky. Now I said to her, what we will write here? I said will be changed into told, and her will be her, no change. Then there will come that. After that you will find here a pronoun you. Now look here, you, that means second person pronoun in the quotation means that is narrative. Narrative means listener. Who is the listener here? Which person? Third person. That means you will be changed into third person. So we will write here C. Why we are writing here C? Because you is the subject. In the third person, feminine gender her, so the subject will be C. Okay. C. Oh, after that there are no pronoun. Left it. And remember one thing, if in the quotation there is third person, if in the quotation there is any third person, okay, no change had to be done. Third person would remain the third person. Okay, let us discuss with another example. He said to me, I know you. Okay, so first he said to me, it will be he, said to will be changed into told me, he told me. Then there will come that in place of comma and quotation mark. Okay, after that the first word will be on the subject, and the subject is here a pronoun. Okay, so I will be changed. I means who? First person means narrator. Narrator is in third person, so I will write here in the place of I, he. Clear? Then there is the work on verb, so we have not discussed it, left it. After that you is the object, but it is a pronoun, so it need to be changed. So you is the second person. Second person means actually he is, you is narrative. Who is the narrative here? Me. Okay, who is the narrative here? Me. Me is the first person. Look at the chart. Me is the first person. So we shall write here me, not I. Why? Because you is here object. So we have to write the object form of the first person, singular number, that is me. Okay, so I shall conclude today's discussion with another example. She said to you, you helped him a lot. So this is the last example. So she said to you, it will be changed into she said to, will be changed into told you. She said to you will be changed into she told you. Then in place of this punctuation mark, that will come. After that, the first word will be of the subject. The subject is in the second person. You is the subject. Subject is in the second person. Okay. So second person means he is actually the narrative. Remember that whenever you find a second person pronoun in the double quotation mark, that means that person is actually narrative, listener. So here who is the narrative? You, and you is in second person. The subject is also second person, so there is no need to change. You will remain you. Clear? You means narrative. Narrative is already in the second person, so there is no need to change. After that there is verb. Then you will find him, another object. It is another pronoun. It is object here. So him is which person? Look at the list. Him is third person. So I have already told you there is no need to change the third person pronoun. So him will remain him. Got it? So now I request you to watch the video a number of times so that you can remember all the things. In the next video I shall discuss how to change the tense of verb. Thank you for listening.